What's going on, my little ducklings? Are you guys ready for a Madden breakdown video today? Well, I hope so. You're gonna learn something. Alright, we have Young Kiv versus TJ. Young Kiv is a former belt winner and has made it to, I believe this is his first live event of this year. And we have TJ in the top right. He's just coming off of this is his first MCS year, and he's been kind of a dog in it. TJ's on offense in very first play. What do we see? He's going to the Baja. That was a really this right here was low key. It does this low key at the end, low key like looks a little staged. Kiv is in the but it's not, obviously. I don't know what this click on was. He's thinking he's gonna juke here and he doesn't, and that's why. But really, this comes down to something pretty basic. Kiv's user, he's running fire zone or free safety zone blitz out of dollar. It could be cover two press, but either or, it's essentially a send four where this guy's blitzing, this guy's blitzing, this guy's blitzing. But then we have an A gap blitzer coming through right here. Kiv's users right here. Watch what happens. There's on this run, there's going to be a pulling guard. These guys are going to crash down. This guy kind of takes himself out of the play. And watch where Kiv's user goes right here, okay? We'll be able to see pretty simply how this ends up being just absolutely dog. User gets caught up. Boom. Todd Gurley's speed. And right there, he thought he was going to juke. And TJ does a really good job just staying to the outside. That is really good. Being able to anticipate people's juke moves is a really good skill, but then being able to like play the game back with them of, oh, he's going to guess I'm juking right here. He's going to play conservative, so I'm just going to stay to the outside. It's like a little cat and mouse game. And our very first play, we actually see that. And that is a huge relief. If you are TJ, getting a free touch, essentially a free touchdown. Like, they earn it, yes, but not much work went into that. On the first drive, on the first play of the game in a huge game is a huge deal. So really good job by him. We have some player stats right here. Let's get into the offense. And Kiv's going to be in the Eagles offense, running a lot of gun bunch offset. You guys see me run this a good amount. First play call here is actually going to be where he just snaps speed dig and throws the underneath a little delay route. One of the things I've seen a lot of players use actually as the years kind of gone on is delay drags from the tight end. They're low-key pretty good. I like them a lot. And some to keep in mind to possibly run yourself. They're pretty good. They're pretty good. Right here, really good defense across the board from TJ. He just got no pressure at all. A route bounce killing you like that is tough. And I mean, does he send? He blitzed 3, 4 came off late, route bounce. Pretty basic from Kiv. Kiv just ran a drag crosser and then had a running back streak out of the backfield. You're going to see a lot of people utilize these running back streaks. They're super good at beating both zone coverage, and this year they're really good at beating man coverage because they'll get a step above the man and you can kind of like highball them. Typically, you want a taller running back, someone at least over 6 foot, but you can do it with a lot of different running backs, and it's pretty good. Right there, though, was really good defense by TJ. It's just the route bounce can kill you. And that's good patience from Kiv as well. That is good patience from Kiv. TJ in the dollar, but looks like he's almost man-aligned right there. And just a little bit of a bad throw right there from Kiv. Or from, that's not even Kiv's fault, just from the quarterback, William Perry, right there. Let's go to the flood. Is he calling flood right here? No, he's going to double post. Basic setup. This is very popular. And Kiv got one of the weird... This one, I've had this happen to me in tournament games. So this C route runs like this, okay? If you've seen the double post C route this year and in previous years, it's one of the most popular routes. It's very, very good. Watch what happens to it right here. He bumps. Kiv thinks he's going to make that sharp cut to the sideline here. Instead, he kind of stays up more. And it's odd. It's something that can happen. Kiv's kind of laughing about it because it's pretty unlikely that it happens. It's just like a weird like RNG thing, and he's kind of upset by it because, I mean, he just lost out on a big play and almost threw a pick. That's why TJ thought it should have been a pick. Based on interaction, it should have been, but also I don't think it should have been accurate like that. TJ throws a blitz at him. Kiv able to throw an underneath dot to a zig on the left side, and that was his first time all the way to the bunch strong nasty. I want to point out something to you guys that a lot of times throughout the year, I mean, we have seen a lot of gun bunch. We've seen a lot of gun bunch nasty. And things while the meta formations will stay the same often, you will see play calls change a little bit here and there. Things just slightly changing. And you could get away. Kiv could run a lot of the same route combos that were available in August, but things just get changed throughout time and different, to combat whatever meta defense or whatever defense the opponent's running. And so you see a lot of the same plays with slightly different route combos. And I think that's where we can take a good amount from right here. He's actually going to audible into the trips tight end offset into a play called tight end in. This has a stock deep tight end in, and it has a nice little running back wheel route on it. We'll see if he's going to audible to the RPO alert screen now. There we go. Boom. Throws it. Able to pick up all the way down to the 1 yard line now. We'll see what he does. Probably just going to go some sort of run up the middle and dolphin dive his way in. Let's see, though. Let's see what the play call is. Oh, he's just going RPO stretch right here. Yeah, RPO stretch motion due to cross, trying to get slightly different blocking, mess up the gap shoot. Let's see if it works. Does not work. And if you guys aren't running these RPO stretches in the goal line situations like he did right there, they're so freaking good. I mean, I know it didn't work right there, but you gotta be thinking about who his opponent is. It's one of the best Madden players in the world. These RPO stretches are so powerful, especially when you could throw the bubble as well. It just makes him so good. He's gonna pass the ball right here. I'm curious what the... Oh, he just... Wow, he got screwed on the... All right, so this is kind of a... This is fake wheel. This is a fake wheel screen from bunch offset or bunch open offset. Insta rollout, high ball. That was some cheese. You got a bad animation on that. I'm curious how often that's a really good animation, just because it feels like a weird play. He got a good accuracy, but I feel like that route must run weird. And he actually has to settle for 3. And that's frustrating, especially after giving up the free touchdown. Like, TJ did not have to play offense right here on his drive. And Kiv had to work his way down the field. It gets that high ball. You can definitely get that animation inbounds, but I wonder if being on the run maybe changes it. He's definitely annoyed by it for obvious and good reason. Huh. Interesting point. That was from the bunch open, which is like 2 ticks away from the bunch offset. And TJ actually got a nice return on this play too, on his kick return to get up to this situation. Got to skip those, and it looks like that's how he got here. Let's see what the play call is. It's Y curl. And he is totally makeshifting a route combo from Y curl that we do not see very often. Okay. Okay. He's in the Jets playbook. Jets is really good. Probably going to see a running back streak right here. Yeah, this combo right here, boys, one of the most popular in the game right now. One of the best zone and man beaters. Now, typically, you could recreate this with just a flat route. So you could do this from like bunch strong nasty in the Eagles playbook. But they have verticals in the bunch strong or the bunch strong offset in Jets. So they do it with the wheel. Acts as a flat here that attacks vertically. Just nice bonus. And then we got running back streak. Going to be able to beat man and zone here. Drag, going to be able to beat man and zone potentially. Post, going to be able to beat man and zone potentially. And then this is just going to push all the deep zones back, opening up this post. And, possibly getting open against man coverage or blowing zone coverage open deep. But typically that fades more of a clear out route. And let's see what happens right here. He quick throws that wheel route as a flat, able to pick up the 5 yards for an easy first down. He probably would have had more stuff open as well, just doesn't throw it. And let's see what he does here. Got elbow back over to that formation, bunch open. I'm sorry, bunch strong offset rather. And he's going to the play flood, but now it looks like he's just trying to utilize that fade essentially. Boom, quick throws it. Kiv sending a good amount of pressure at TJ here. After getting gashed early, Kiv's now in the nickel 3-3, running essentially what's been deemed as the W blitz, where a lot of times this guy's going to be coming through here, right little send 4 at the minimum, but Kiv will send this guy off the edge and this guy off the edge, usually doing it out of nickel blitz 0 in the nickel 3-3, but not always. And right there is actually a straight send 3. Gonna get that rollout. Could have thrown the corner. I'm surprised he did. He was just afraid about throwing it on the run. Able to pick up 17 anyways, but surprised he didn't test that corner route at the very least. And TJ, he actually, judging from it on offense, well, I mean, of course, he runs a lot of the meta formations. He does some unique stuff out of it. I actually don't know if I've ever seen Y curl get ran like he ran a couple plays ago. Here in the tight end in play. Oh, one of his routes got knocked down, but has that drag anyway. He's going to take it down to about the 7-yard line. 3 for 4 for only 25 yards passing so far. And now he's in the single back wing pair. We'll see. He's got to have some sort of, okay, he's going to motion out, trying to just change the blocking a little bit. You'll see these guys, like these RPO stretches have been so popular throughout the year, especially in the comp and pro community, where but they're so good, it's hard to not use them. You have to kind of make them a little bit creative to change up how people have their gap shoots and whatnot. So in this case, what you've seen both of them now try to do is kind of motion to maybe change the gap shoot a little bit. and to see if you can still utilize RPO stretches to their fullest extent. We'll see what TJ goes to here. TJ's actually just going to go straight back to the gun bunch. And here's what he ends up calling. Yeah, he's going to an RPO wide receiver screen. That's actually the same play that Kiv called earlier. Same exact formation and everything. We'll see. Boom. Got handed off, but absolutely blown up. Having good run defense, dude, it just makes such a difference. Think about he was on the 7 right there. If he falls forward for 3 yards, he's at the 4. Instead, which is just base, if you just had general run defense, he falls forward to the 4. Okay. Right, not the worst, but to the 4-yard line's okay. Instead, you have great run defense like Kiv has right there, push them all the way back to the 11, makes things way harder. You can see TJ's thinking quite a bit. He's actually running low on the play clock here. He might burn a timeout. He's not going to. We'll see. Boom. Good play. He calls that same play from earlier, just flipped, right? Look at this. Let's see the route combo should pop up here in a moment. Boom. Same play, right? We have that tight end drag, halfback streak, post, wheel, fade right here on the outside. Same play from that bunch strong. But this time, Kiv decides to go pretty adjusty in the red zone, does some cross manning, but this is a great man beater. And yeah, this also kind of puts out or points to the importance of having good spacing on your routes, not allowing the user to be able to use more than one route at a time. Look, so we have users got to pick between post and halfback streak here. Even if this halfback streak was manned up, he'd have to choose. And you can't even bait both of these because they're so far apart, right? You see right here, the drag actually gets open against his man, but Kiv had a zone right here. The wheel route, I think Kiv was actually putting up defense to in case R1 was on a corner route, but R1 was on a post. Good play call from TJ, just perfect play for the defense from Kiv. Kiv's now back in offense, down 11 early in this game. He does get ball at half, so it's really not the worst situation in the world. And I want to point out, this is the second time he's called this play right here from Bunch Strong. It's on a mesh flat spot, and it is utilizing a tight end apprentice crosser. So this is pretty basic. On the right side, we have deep corner route, streak, table route right here, basic flood. But on the left side, we have zig route. This is going to be good against potentially zone, but definitely against man. And then tight end crosser. I'm not super familiar with them this year. But I assume if he's put them on the field, they're decent against man. And they probably get underneath deep zones. So it's creating a high-low on the sideline over there. That time he's able to quick hit that zig, though. It's kind of it really would be a nice, or it is rather, a really good blitz killer. It looks like that play could be. So, see what he's doing here. Just going verticals, streaking the running back. This is one of the more basic play calls. Insta throwaway. That is something that I feel like a lot of people would brush over, the insta throwaway, but something that needs to get talked about more. Look, he goes to a 5-out route combo there, right? 5 out. If you get blitzed to 5 out and your hot read is not there, throw the ball away. That's what it is. So many people panic right there, and either they hold on to it and take a sack and get to a 2nd and 15 instead of a 2nd and 10, which is a big difference. Or they throw something covered and risk throwing a pick. And even if you don't throw a pick, if that's your habit to throw something covered when you're under pressure and your hot isn't there, and you always just panic throw, you're gonna throw picks. You can't do that. Snap, throw it away, and he lives to fight a 3rd and 10 instead of, if the same sequence would have happened, a 3rd and 15. Big difference right there. Now he's still utilizing that. Ooh, can he? No. Yes, he can. One of the weirder. This is just a weird thing in the game where, I mean, you can see TJ's reaction. Look where, like, the guy undercuts this. It's just weird. Like, he doesn't click on ever right here, which I don't think you should. But just, like, the whole... You just see his kind of... like, the whole thing just looks funny. Because, honestly, had that guy picked it, I wouldn't have been shocked either. I mean, it's obviously a good ball. But it's just... The game just looks funky sometimes. Yeah, TJ's kick only went out to the only took the kick back to the 10. But immediately calls that base, and I believe he calls this base against that same dollar look of the A gap. And you see again, while this time it's not a touchdown, it does end up being an 8-yard gain. And there is something to be said for if you know there's a meta style of defense, right? Whatever that meta might be in any given Madden, if you can find runs that just give it issues. Like this one, right? The A gap comes from the left side. So he is aware that running base at that A gap does a really good job against it. You see again right there. And that guy wasn't even in the A gap that time. It just works well against dollar. But being able to have good runs that attack the meta defenses just gives you so much of an advantage of being able to just play the game a little bit more at your pace. In just a small amount. Good job getting back to the backside dig right there. That's flood from Bunch Strong. Bunch Strong offset, Jets playbook. Jets is going to be an ebook on civil.gg here shortly, actually, when you're watching, I believe. So if you want to check that out, civil.gg, link in the description below. You guys can get a full Jets ebook. I'm running that recently, and it's a lot of fun. It's been popular most of the year, but it's pretty good. It's obviously very good, but it's been fun to mess around with. Fun to mess around with. All the way over to the trips tight end offset. What we have here? What's the play call? What's the play call? Running back streak, and he's just going bang corner route. Both these guys utilizing tight end apprentice. And take a look where the clock is right now, right? Underneath 2 minutes, we're at 140, 137, right? Dripping, dripping, dripping. And that's something that TJ is going to keep in mind as he's trying to milk this game out, or milk this half out, which is huge. Kiv gets ball at half, so you got to play it. That's frustrating. That's a frustrating one, the D-line tip. And that saves Kiv 30 seconds. That ball probably would have ended up being complete and then tackled in bounds, which is either 30 seconds or a timeout. So big deal. Yeah, if you're TJ, worst case scenario, man, is you kick 3 right here. Kiv has a minute and a half. He goes and gets 7, ties the game at 17 apiece, then gets the ball immediately out of half. You know what I'm saying? So getting a first down here is huge because it at least means you're going to take his timeouts. He's going with, I'm not crazy about this route combo, but he does have it actually. Boom. And Kiv's just doing he's mixing in a ton of just manning people up. That's what happens right there. Doesn't have a flat zone over on that right side. And I think he's just frustrated with himself. See the play. I'm surprised he's not just running the ball right here. I'm shocked he didn't just run the ball right there. He completes it underneath anyway, so essentially the same as a run. But I am shocked. Kiv calls that timeout because he has to stop the clock. So if you're TJ, you need the clock to keep going. You can a first down here is incredible. But it's so hard to pass for a first down right here, I feel like. And at 2nd and 4, you have a play to kind of mess with. I mean, unless you got like a real short dot combo. Yeah, halfback bait. No? What do we do? What do we do? He doesn't have a run in gun bunch strong, actually. Okay, he's going to this. Cool. That's more so what I assumed. Kiv in the 6-1 defense right now. Let's go. Boom. Throws that RPO. Got it. He's going to fall. No, he's going to score. You actually see his face right there. He's debating whether or not he should have scored. It's hard to turn down a touchdown. And especially when you play people with good Renzo defense like Kiv definitely has. It's hard to turn down that tutty. You're in a great spot. Just take the rest of the time. But I'm thinking in my head, it really just depends how this half plays out. Because there is a lot of argument right there to fall down, take another one of Kiv's timeouts, waste a play, take another one of Kiv's timeouts, and you have 2 plays to score. If you don't score those 2 plays, you kick going into half. But yeah, there's a bunch of it's really just I'm being super nerdy, but there's really a few different ways you could do that clockwise. We'll see how the half plays out. Because honestly, the biggest decider of whether or not he's right or wrong is hindsight. Because that's one of those things where not one right or wrong way to do it, in my opinion. Being honest, I've never been a fan of there's a lot of decisions in like coaching, and it applies to Madden, but I mean you see it all the time in the NFL and in college and even high school, where it's like either way could be correct, but people will say like one way is like matter of factly, definitely 1,000,000% of the time correct. It's like, no, there's like argument both ways. You know what I mean? And truthfully, the biggest the biggest teller of who is correct is how hindsight plays out. You know what I mean? He's going double corner. So we've seen a lot of double corner routes from other formations. Jeez. Kiv's got to be a little upset about that. We see double corner routes out of like bunch strong offset, where we see it from short corner from this guy, deep corner streak. Kiv's actually recreating that with deep corner from this guy in mesh flat spot. And then he has short corner from tight end, streak from this guy. I don't love that as much as the one from Corner Strike in Jets playbook, I'll be honest. But he keeps that backside zig, and that backside zig is actually kind of eating TJ alive. It's been open numerous times in this game. That is at least the 3rd time it's been open. He just missed the throw, which is definitely annoying. And he's probably going to go right back to the same. Yeah. And you can tell it's man coverage too, because look at this guy comes in. Now he's going to back out. Okay, now Kiv's going to flip it. Here's what the play call is. Yeah, now it's probably going to be some sort of zone. Let's see. A little send 3. Going to scramble up the middle. Has his timeout. It's going to use the timeout. 38 seconds. Just got to, as long as you hold him to 3, you're chilling if you're TJ. That's just the thing. You got to hold him to 3. Got to hold him to 3. Got to hold him to 3. Kiv's going to audible over here. Tight end post. post slant, essentially. Yeah, pressure, quick throws, out of bounds as well. Good read. You see a difference there, though, from earlier where Kiv got pressured and Snap threw it away because his hot wasn't there. That time, his hot's his running back, right? His first read underneath the blitz. It's there, so he's able to just throw it away, or he's able to actually hit his hot that time and pick up the gain. But he's never panic throwing. I see so many people panic throw. Right there, he had that zig, but he rolled away from it, but he had it. Oh, Tutty. What is that right there? We had that same play we've seen a few times, outside corner route. It's bagged, it's bagged, it's bagged. But Kiv kind of rolls out and sits, and this guy comes down, which is a glitch in the game. Even if TJ clicked the right stick in, the flat defender should have came. A little unfortunate for TJ, but the dude route bounced up anyways, so probably would have been open. But definitely annoying to see your dude come down like that. So now Kiv, not a bad spot at all. And that's where it comes back to that decision earlier from TJ, where he actually could have ended the half up 6 on his own accord if he wanted to. But again, he probably thought he could have gotten a stop. He does have time here, though, if he wants to try to get 3 and make it a 7-point game. We'll see what happens here. Drops back, going to the corner route, picked. Okay. That's going to be 6. That's a insane change, by the way. That all goes back to the clock thing. And the reason this happens, he mentions this in the post-game interview, but it's a thing in Madden where look where he is on the field. And I'm not talking about yard line, but he's in the middle hash. Routes will run differently on the left hash and the right hash. And what I mean by that is that routes will run differently based on if they're running towards the wide side or to the short side. And when you're in the middle, it's almost like no man's land. Very few passers like being in the middle. This corner route is open against an outside third, which this guy is in, if they're on this hash right here, if the ball's over here. But because it's here, it is going to get defended. Because watch what the right outside corner does here. He drops back. He is in a deep blue zone. Rather, it's the third or quarter. He drops back. You think this corner route's going to get open underneath it. Maybe he also throws it a little bit prematurely, but he has the timing down for when he's on a hash mark. Ends up being a pick 6. Puts him in a ridiculously bad spot. And I believe he takes us into half, if I'm not mistaken. He's going to go for kind of a deep ball. He goes 1 time out, so I mean, it's not the end of the world. He could tie this up. Actually, goes double corner that we talked about earlier. Good user. Nothing there. Going to be able to roll out for a lot of yards with Perry. Okay. See what TJ does here because he only needs like 20 yards to get into field goal range. Clock is about 10. Nothing really there. Throws it away. Good job throwing away. I'll see a lot of people in these situations try to extend a play. And I mean, if you're bagged in like a time crunch, just throw the ball away, right? No reason to try to extend the play to kill any time. You have a timeout. You can work the entire field. You just got 1 play basically though. Is he gonna go probably with a halfback streak right here? Yep. Let's see. Drag not there. Good defense from Kiv. Kiv knew the play call, and that's just good anticipation from Kiv. I mean, literally, look at the play. Look at the defense. Right, you're just gonna take away the halfback. We have a hard flat taking away the drag. Right, we have flat right here taking away the post. The post just should have been thrown in the middle of the field, but the user kind of muddied it up just a slight bit. 4 seconds left. We're going to take it to half, 24-21 more likely than not. We'll see what one heave can do. And he just falls down. Yeah. Yep. And halftime, Kiv's actually winning with ball. Again, right before half, TJ had a chance to go up, to fall down, and to at least milk it to halftime with him up 6. And then the bigger thing, though, is that interception he threw. But it all, again, like the clock management, big deal. And if you've watched me since the beginning of this year, I've talked a lot about how that's been more of a focus for me this year. And it's something that I've always just sucked at. And I wouldn't even say I've sucked at it. I've more so just not cared. But it's important. So we'll see what Kiv is actually able to do here up 3. Touch on here, man. He starts to get put into a really nice spot. Instead of the zig, this is like a little game that you can play. This is where Kiv is showing that he's a really good passer. He has done a super good job of putting this guy on the left in a zig. TJ put a hard flat out there to take away that zig. So what does Kiv do that time? Puts him in a hitch. That hitch is going to stay inside the hard flat, able to throw it. Really smart. Really smart. It's just a tiny little game you could play on the backside of a defense. And that's one of the fun things to do. If you have like a formation, Bunch can do it all the time. Where you have your receivers all on one side and you can attack that side of the field. You could play games on the backside. And I always think that's really, really fun. Just a nice little rollout. both these guys have done a good job of exploiting the Sen 3 defenses by just rolling out on them. They really have. See what just underneath. Yup. Nice, nice, nice. Kiv moving the ball pretty well right here. Is he I'm curious what he does clockwise, if that's even something that's on his mind right now. Gets underneath 10 now. Trying to snap it around 8 or so, 7. I mean, I think it's like something that's like nonchalantly on your mind, you know what I mean? You're not trying to milk it to 1, but you're also not trying to snap it. You're not hurrying up, you know what I mean? That was a crazy throw that looked like he was about to try to make. Huh. Back to the bunch strong. X nasty. We have here from Kiv going. Let's see what he does on the right side. Does he go low game there? No, he just goes straight streak. And this is a route coming he ran earlier where he just has a crosser. He has that. He ran on the first play of the game, I believe, or for his first play where he got that route bounce. And it's just a underneath drag, route apprentice crosser, I believe, and then a halfback streak. Pretty basic. Pretty basic. Able to hit that crosser for a big play right there. Audibly. He has not really called double post, I don't believe. Not too many times, which is typically one of the more like called plays here. There's that zig again. And look, I mean, it puts TJ, if TJ wants to blitz, right? TJ wants to blitz this slot corner right here and wants to user this guy. Well, if this guy's on a zig, who defends him? Who defends the zig route right here? Well, if this guy defends it, then this guy must be in a deep half. He has to be. Or else there's all of this area of the field open. So it's just a cover 2. It forces your hand. It's a really good way of forcing someone to not be able to blitz you consistently. And that's what Kiv's doing a really good job right here. And you can kind of see, rolls into a cover 3, meaning that you have underneath. The blitz is sent 5-man. And the bad thing here, really, is that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people blitzed against how many people protecting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people protection. If your 5-on-5 is not coming in, that is tough, dude. Look, this flat's open, this flat's open. That is tough. If you're sending 5-on-5, 5-on-5's gotta scream. It's gotta scream. If you're TJ, you're like, he recognizes that his blitz is not coming in right now, and that's tough. It's hard to win like that, dude. It's hard to win. I've been in that spot, man. All right, we have double post right here. See what we got. Anything really? Nothing. Gonna roll. Gonna fall. 2nd and 5. He's ran at this quarterback a few times now. And he's done a decent job of getting down. See what the play call is. 2nd and 5. I'm not crazy about this, truthfully. Yeah, the drag, I guess, but he didn't want to take it over the middle of the field. Kind of missed it. He's kind of sitting. Good patience. Going to end up rolling out. And this is one of the things, man, he gets... it's just a dumb move by him. Like, you got to get down in this area. You have to. And you can force yourself up right here. This is when he begins the slide animation. Now, I am a believer in Madden that as soon as you double tap X, which he just did here, you can see it's a little bit different running animation. It started already. You should be rewarded with the slide as soon as you start it. But that's not the case in Madden. You have to start it like a half second earlier. He doesn't. Ends up being a fumble, dude. And that is killer. Straight up. You have done, like, the end of the half for Kiv was almost like unbelievably good for him. It went perfect. And then you just kind of mess up like that right there. It's like, man, here's a replay from the MCS broadcast. Shout out to them. And yeah, just pretty, let's see what he does. So, I mean, Kiv kind of almost rage blitzes. I'm surprised TJ actually didn't call a better play. So they're both doing this a lot. They're rolling out literally as soon as they see a Sen 3 and they don't have contain, they're rolling out. See what hit the corner out there. Kiv's upset. Let's see. Boom, just going to go to the base. Once you get the momentum going, you go back to your kind of money run. Oh, no, he's not going to. Okay. Do you go double corner route here? It's typically ran to the wide side. We'll see if that's a play call. He is not. He's going to immediately hit that drag. Good route. Good stick work. 12 for 17. Two touchdowns, one interception. And that pick before half is huge. That pick before half was absolutely massive. This is a pretty basic flood to the right. See, nothing really there. No pressure, though. Just chilling. Has a route bounce. Boom. Gonzalez falls down. Smart fall down. I think he takes this to the end of the third. Oh no, TJ actually, he's gonna end up calling a play right here. Just went a bunch of verticals. None there. That's yeah. In this case, if I'm actually curious what you guys think, because I remember watching this live and thinking this. What is the clock play if you're TJ? Is there a clock play? I'm of the belief in this situation, because you can't chew the rest of the game out. I think the only goal here is touchdown. You know what I mean? Like I say, screw everything related to clock management right here. If you score this play, awesome. If you take 5 more minutes to score, awesome. Just you have to score. That's the only thing that matters. Kicking 3, it's tough. You'd have to kick 3 in the next like 30 seconds, or else it becomes so easy for Kiv to clock. I actually think the rest of this has to be 4-down territory. I really do. 3rd and 2, 5 minutes left. Let's see. This play is so big. So big. Let's go wide trail. So bunch strong again. Remember, these bunch strong formations, whether it's bunch strong, offset, bunch strong, nasty, whatever, they all cancel match. Corner route, dot. I mean, this is just basic flood too, right? I mean, essentially, we just have a corner route. We have a streak. We have this guy's on a trail, so he is attacking the middle, but then we have I believe this guy's on an out, but essentially, right, this is just a flood concept. Because Kiv has a deep out zone KO on the left, you kind of have to wait a little bit, but watch where that deep zone goes. He goes all the way up. If you throw this sooner, he'd be able to come down, make a play, potentially pop that ball loose. But TJ waits, rolls out a little bit, boom, dot, holds on to it, gets down, touchdown. And Kiv now 4 minutes and 50-something seconds left. TJ's put himself in a pretty good spot to make sure he gets the ball last. Giving the bunch strong nasty to try and answer, running that same double corner route concept that he's done quite a few times now. Let's see, boom. Yeah, the user's able to kind of take both of them away, but the drag gets just a step, able to pick up 3 right there. And he's probably going to take his time, but you have to score 7, so kind of, yeah, it's kind of, man, this is one of those times where I never know what to do clockwise here. In my mind, I'm like, dude, I'm just trying to get 7 points. Like, that's really my mind, but a lot of smarter people than me. So, yeah, 62 for 23, able to hit that drag again, coming back across this time for a bigger gain. We'll see what he does. Bunch right side, Flipperooski, bunch the short side now. Let's go back to this concept. No, he's okay. He's going double post. Watch the C route on the right. He has not thrown that C route, or really even called it all game. First time. Good read. Pressure in his face. Watch this. Pressure. Watch. There's this delay drag again, by the way. But pressure in his face, able to recognize that the C route is open with a high throw. High balls are so good. If you're more of a regs guy, I will say this. I've played maybe 50 games of regs in the past 2 weeks. Like a ridiculous amount. Way too many. But I have. And high balls are just impossible because you don't have gift wrap. Which, like, I knew, but wow. It's a crazy, like, muscle memory change. It really is. A little bit too good of pocket right there. Steps right into the sack of Jalen Carter. Ooh, pause that. No pause, no pause. We got about at least 2 plays until a 2-minute warning. That time's good defense. Boom, bad pass lead, gets it knocked out. He has watched this. So we have this cat. I believe it's this guy rolling over here. This guy rolling up. Streak, potentially a seam buster, right? You just have to get a good pass lead on it. See the outside corner. Oh no, it's the outside corner that ends up being. But like, this is open. This is open. He pass leads it though. Like, he doesn't like push it out or up all the way. He pushes it to the side. If he pushes it here, he gets a better rack that gets him up the field. Instead, he turns back. And because he gets that turn back animation, it's really an unfortunate animation. It actually just straight up is. It puts him into a 3rd and 14. Jeez. That's a good read. That's a good read. That's pretty much good everything. The free form wasn't perfect, but like I'd be pretty pissed if that happened to me. I'd be pretty pissed. Just being straight up. I don't know why he motions that C route in right here. I'm not 100% sure, but he does. Watch that delay drag. He might go to it. He does. That's that delay drag. That's something I need to start doing. He gets a super good tackle animation. Super good. Gets him to a 1st down. Final play, assumably, before the 2-minute warning. And he could technically clock this game out. He should run right here. He is. You can call it RPO glance bubble. These are pretty good. Let's see. Boom. It was not very good here. But takes it to 2-minute warning. What is this? That was just a weird play from him. That was odd. We got Bunch X Nasty or Bunch Strong Nasty left side. We have very basic route combo here. We see it over and over again. He has that flat. This is one of the more like, dang, I'm surprised he missed that throw right here. So we've seen this route combo a few times. TJ ran it. Now Kiv's running it, right? Very basic. Man, I am shocked he did not throw this right here. I'm trying to think. He also maybe could have thrown circle. If you want to pass up circle here, I get it. It's maybe a little bit scarier. You just had that unfortunate knockout. But man, not throwing the flat, I'm shocked he didn't see it. I really am. Because he could have gotten the first potentially. Probably would have. Instead, it puts him to a 4th and 10. And that, I mean, wow. TJ only sent 2 right there, too, for what it's worth. But then immediately sent a guy up the middle as soon as Kiv stepped up. So, see if he sends pressure here on 4th and 10. Kiv gonna put Gurley on a wheel. Motion him out, so you gotta look for him as a hot, potentially on the sideline. So throws it, catches it, drops it. And he has gift wrapped. He has gift wrapped. With gift wrap, you'll catch this a lot. You'll get this could be a knockout at times with gift wrap, and I would say it typically should be. But with gift wrapped, it really shouldn't be. You should catch that. You typically will. I will say I'm a little bit surprised by the route combo. It's 4th and 10. He goes drag. He goes return route. The tight end post has potential, right? Or this slot post has potential. The street can beat blown coverage, and this could get open in this pocket like he threw it. But you have 2 routes on this field that you kind of need like pretty favorable like animations of everything to throw. Like even right here, you can't throw this drag for a first. The return route really can't get thrown for a first. You do have the wheel open. I'll give you, like, you do. If that's the play, I'm surprised you didn't block the drag tight end. But he drops it. So he's got to get a stop now. TJ needs to get like 1 or 2 firsts. That's it. And I love this from TJ. He's actually going to pass on 1st and 10. I think it's really good. I think the run call is very predictable, and I think it's very much like if you expect a run on defense, you can typically stop it. And ends up getting sacked, though, which is can't have that. But I think the run typically in that situation, I feel like in my experience, always gets stopped. And then you have to pass on 2nd down. So passing on 1st down, I don't hate because you got to get those 1st downs anyways. But right here, he's bagged actually, just totally bagged. Route bounce. And this is where, man, if you're a Kiv, you're just like, geez, dude. TJ did something right there. I don't know if it was intentional, called blue passing. I'm not going to go super in detail on that, but I'm curious. Did I give him an accurate throw? I don't know. Maybe he did on purpose, maybe he didn't, but he got it. 3rd and 3. 1st down effectively ends this game. Corner route, no. He throws the corner out in the seam, dude. This is such a... Oh, watch. Corner route's open. He throws it. He free forms it. It looks, or just pass leads it up and out. Or I'm sorry, up and in. Receiver can't make that adjustment. Had it open, that would have been GG's. Oh man, now 4th and 3. He's got to nut up. What we got here? This is tough, dude. This is nowhere near a punt. Like, if you're thinking punt, you're wrong. We got the bunch strong offset. He's going to motion in. He's in the play wide trail. He's going to motion in the wide trail route or the post route here. And let's actually back it up. I just want to see the route combo first before we see the play. So we saw this. Henry used to run this all the time back in like September. Bunch strong, flat, wheel, right? Basic combo. Then we have drag, trail. That's going to beat a lot of man coverage. And then post route killing across the top potentially if they play aggressive. Let's see what happens right here. Boom, motion that post. Quick snaps it. Sends 3. Gets picked up basically. And this is one of the tougher throws I've seen, dude. Of just like, not like in, like just being able to, for 20K or something right here. Hitting the post route over top the cover, the aggressive max coverage. In my opinion is wild. That is such a tough thing to do. That is so hard to do, dude. Just making the read, getting your eyes all the way up and be 5 outed. Jeez. That's impressive, dude. That's insanely impressive. And yeah, that just lets him kneel the rest of the game out. That is GG's. TJ is going to move on into our championship. And guys, if you want to get better at John Madden Football, check out my website, civil.gg. Link to the top of the description. Also, we want to hit 20,000 subscribers. You can do me a favor. You're not subscribed right now and you made it to this part of the video. I feel like that means you enjoy the content somewhat, or hopefully you learned something from it. If you did, consider that subscribe button. It's free, helps push our channel to more and more viewers just like yourself.